Izotope RX11 has just been released, and in this video we'll go over what's new, what has changed and whether that is good or bad. Let's dive right in. Repair Assistant got a new machine learning tech which allows for deeper control, and Dialog Contour got improved with new levels of control. But of the separate modules, and the thing which excites me the most is that Dialog Isolate is now finally available as a plugin version in all formats. I already hoped this would happen in RX10, but we had to wait 1.5 years for it to be available for all DAWs. It comes with the standard and advanced versions of RX11. On top of that, the algorithms of Dialog Isolate have been improved, and there's now De-reverb included as well, making this plugin or module directly compete with the likes of Supertone Clear, Waves Clarity and DX Revive. Unfortunately, Dialog Isolate is very demanding on the CPU. It easily uses over 60% of the CPU in Cubase on an older AMD Ryzen 9 3900 CPU. On a basis Mac M1 processor, this is around 50-ish%. That's a lot, and I hope this somewhat can be reduced in a future update. This also means using it offline or immediately bouncing the audio track after you have used Dialog Isolate will be a must to keep your mixing project workable. You can also see that this plugin only uses CPU when audio passes through. Without audio, there's no processing happening. That is proper programming. Here's a quick comparison with DX Revive, Waves Clarity and RX11 Dialog Isolate on a noisy sample. Every plugin has been set to sound as good as possible. And let's find out how the plugin will actually handle my voice with these cooking and extractor hood noises in the background. And let's find out how the plugin will actually handle my voice with these cooking and extractor hood noises in the background. And let's find out how the plugin will actually handle my voice with these cooking and extractor hood noises in the background. And let's find out how the plugin will actually handle my voice with these cooking and extractor hood noises in the background. And let's find out how the plugin will actually handle my voice with these cooking and extractor hood noises in the background. Here's another sample. It's more difficult with reverb and background noise. It uses the same setup. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this reverb and that noise. Let's see how the De-reverb removes this. RX11 is very capable and sounds very similar to Waves Clarity, but DX Revive sounds best here, I'd say. Another thing that was improved is the era implementation of RX. On a Mac with M1 or higher, you need to run Logic in Rosetta mode, because, you know, that processor has only been out for 3 years, and imagine it being supportive natively. I'm not blaming Izotope here though. It's only for Logic right now. Pro Tools and Studio One will be supported in a future update, but I fear this will be Mac only as well. With Era, you get the Spectral Editor and Music Rebalance. This Spectral Editor could have more functionality. It is still very restricted if you compare it to, for instance, Spectral Layers. That has the entire standalone app inside a DAW in Era mode. But Spectral Layers is only VST for political reasons. In RX11 you do get additional functions like de-hum and de-click. It's good to have them in here. You can work on a specific frequency much easier than using the plugin alternative. What is new is the Music Rebalance plugin as a era plugin. This plugin needs some time to learn the audio, and after it you can rebalance these 4 instrument groups. Keep the changes within a few decibels to have it sound good. And for some reasons on the plugin, bass and drums are swapped. This does not happen in the standalone version. Streaming Preview is another new module and only available in the standalone editor. This module feels a lot like a simplified version of Adapter's Streamliner. In other words, you can hear how an audio mix will sound on various streaming platforms by rendering your audio through the codecs and loudness normalization of those platforms. These previews are basically combinations of codecs, bitrate and volume normalization. Each of these previews has positive gain enabled or disabled. For instance, with YouTube it's off. That platform doesn't make your audio louder, it only reduces the level if needed. It is missing a TikTok setting, and that's probably because most of the other settings can be found in online documents, whereas for TikTok there's not. It works very differently and I did a video on that. I also don't see Facebook and Instagram in here. This module does help a lot to find out if your mix translates well on these platforms. But since basically all upload sites will only use one version of your mix to upload to all platforms, you still have to make your own educated adjustments to have your master sound good everywhere. This tool can help you with that, but it's still not the definite answer. For uploading to all platforms, you best use a site like DistroKid, who are sponsoring this video. DistroKid is a popular choice for musicians looking to get your music onto streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. It's fast, easy to use and affordable. Plus, with DistroKid, you'll keep 100% of the royalties you earn. Give it a try and see why so many artists are using DistroKid to distribute their music. A simple but oh so useful addition is that now you can choose to work in mid-side as well instead of just left-right stereo. This is so handy for so many situations. The new Loudness Optimize is a fun one. Loudness normalization in LUVs, that's what Spotify, YouTube and all others use, work by analyzing a complete audio file where it excludes very soft parts which fall below a certain threshold. Now, since only the loud parts are measured, it can happen that your perfectly loud masters will sound less loud than tracks which have, for instance, less dynamics. The Loudness Optimization module measures your entire audio track and shows where the so-called too soft parts are and gives you options to raise them in volume so the overall measurement in LUVs will be lower. And that, in return, will make your audio track's loudness less normalized on streaming platforms, and it will sound louder. Still following me? I wouldn't be too surprised if a Loudness Optimize would appear in Ozone as well. We'll have to see. If upgrading to RX11 is worth to you, you need to decide for yourselves. I think that Dialogue Isolate, Stream Preview and a Loudness Optimize are worth it alone, and that is when you use RX Standard or Advanced.